Welcome to From Creeping to Preaching. I'm your host, Renee R. White, a proud native Washingtonian, born and raised and still live here in the heart of D.C. I spent many years of my life in this incredible city, and it's not just my home. It's where my story began and where my passion for uplifting my community, especially the youth. This podcast is a space where we can have real, raw conversations about life, faith, and purpose, all rooted in the experience of someone who has walked these very streets and understands the struggles and the beauty of life in D.C. Listeners, this is episode 3 of season 2. Let's call this I Loved That Man. I love that man. Listeners, I had to check that fool. He was running all over me, disrespecting me. And I was so deep in love, I was downright stupid. I even let him convince me to let his girlfriend have his baby, and somehow we would raise it together. What was I thinking? Let me tell you something real. Something I haven't shared before. Once again, here's another page in the book. There was a time in my life where I almost let my ex-husband convince me to raise a child he was having with another woman while we were still married. Let that sink in. And I'm not talking about something I just brushed off. I actually considered it. I actually sat down with the thought. I let it dance around in my head just to try to make sense of it. I had fallen for his lies before, time and time again. It was like I was stuck in a loop, believing his promises, swallowing his fake tears, thinking somehow this time would be different. And this was the one of the craziest moments of my life. He looked me straight in my face. We can raise this baby together. And you all, I almost said yes. Whew. I was thinking about love, about history, about holding on to something that had been broken for such a long time. I was thinking that maybe, just maybe, this was the moment to rise above, to prove something. To who? To him? Myself? Nah, but the truth is, I was passionate about losing myself. I was so wrapped up into trying to be the fixer, the forgiver, the ride or die chick that I forgot I was fading in the inside. I forgot that choosing me didn't mean I was failing. It meant I was finally waking up. Wake up, wake up. That's crazy, right? I know. And I look back and say, Renee, what in the world were you doing? What part of this madness was you thinking of? But that's what happens when you love so hard, you forget about your own wealth. So I'm sharing this with you because maybe, just maybe, one of you all is going through something kind of similar, losing yourself in someone else's mess. That was his mess, not mine. Convincing yourself that you got to carry the weight that was never yours to begin with. Let me be the one to tell you, you don't have to lose yourself to prove your love. Everyone around me knew in D.C. that he was cheating on me. Hanging out, refusing it. So what I did, I started hanging out in D.C. Refused to cook, to clean, because I never signed up for this mess. I wasn't built to handle all these responsibilities while this man was out mishandling money, mishandling me. Just to say the least. Ladies, I remember a time when my mom told me, she said, Renee, you love is dirty underwear. I said, oh my gosh. I love Mom. But that's what she said. But I got tired. I really did. I got tired of my friends telling me they saw him, tired of the whispers, tired of losing myself, pushing my friends away, shutting them out, and the loss of a lot of great relationships. All for what? For that man. Losing everything for that man. So ladies and listeners and whoever's out there, remember that your story matters. Your voice matters. Let's keep it real, raw, and unfiltered together. I can't wait to hear from you. And if you want to go a little deeper behind the great words and everything like that of what I'm talking about, my stories, you could pick up your copy of From Creeping to Preaching from Amazon or Barnes & Noble. As you read along, you'll see the twists and turns of all the fate, these different stories, and the life-changing events behind every story. Let's walk this path together. Your journey of healing and hope is just one page away. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm excited to hear how you're peeling back your layers and embracing your moment that you noticed that you loved that man. Also, make sure you visit my website at creepingtopreaching.com for more updates, fresh merch, resources, and information about upcoming episodes. I'd like to thank my producer, McKinley, with Moving Emotion by Matt. See you next week.